Hi, this is Chrissy Incognito, and welcome to another episode of my channel. Now, you might be wondering why I'm incognito. This is my alter ego that can say things that I cannot otherwise say unless I was incognito. So, thank you for returning. In order to understand more about this episode, please view the previous episode. Happy listening. So, he gets in my car and we pull around, and all of a sudden, I'm starting to think. I'm alone right now. Now, it wasn't the way it is now, which we know you are not to be like when you're trying to get away from an abusive significant other, you do not be alone. You're not to be alone with them at all. Like that is a really big thing. But it wasn't really known. And if it was known, it was more for adults. I did not know I was in a like an abusive relationship. And because so the term domestic violence meant domestic. You lived with them. So in my opinion, and I say violence, domestic abuse, I did not I did not think that could pertain to us, like threatening, bullying, isolating, all of those kind of things. Now, it's on the lesser end of the spectrum. That was not even a consideration because a domestic meant you're in the same house, you're living together, you're married, you're whatever the situation is. And after volunteering in a domestic violence shelter, yeah, they get rid of all of those misconceptions because um, it goes beyond that. And he was just, and I don't mean just, but he was verbally abusive. I do believe he would have become physically abusive had it gotten to that domestic situation. So it never crossed my mind that I was in a domestic abuse because we're not living together. We're like I can walk out at any time. He can leave at any time. Where my thinking as a kid, or if I were to think about it, when you're living together or you're married, you can't just walk out, which is not true. You can, but so people over the years, when I've sort of brought this up, or if I had to share an experience about my verbally abusive high school boyfriend, it's on actually the outskirts or the very beginning of domestic violence or domestic abuse. So you're not supposed to be alone. So we're there. And, I'm not dating him, so I'm wearing what I wanna wear, and I'm like, I'm wearing this because he doesn't wanna he doesn't want me to wear this. He told me for the last, like, 8 months not to wear this, so I'm wearing this today. So, I'm wearing something that he does not approve of, and, we're just sitting there, and he said to me, um, I want you to take me back." And I'm thinking, "Yeah, I'm not taking you back." Um, and and as I go to say something, he says, "And if you come back, don't think you'll be wearing that." I was like, "You just sealed your fate, buddy." Like which I wouldn't have given in, but any kind of little bit erased it. At that point, I said, I'm not coming back." And I was very, very lucky for what I'm about to say. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a knife. I did not think he would stab me, but I was a little confused. Now, why? I don't know. I don't know why I wouldn't think he wouldn't stab me. I mean, it's like, hello. So he pulls out the knife and he says, "If I can't have you, I don't want to live." and he starts cutting his throat. I don't know what to do. I'm in my parents' car. I'm I'm with somebody who has a knife. I'm with somebody who's trying to cut his throat. Didn't know what to do. So I couldn't leave the car. Could not leave the car. How like suppose he took off oh my god. It's just a mess. So I didn't know what to do. And I started up the car and I didn't know what to do. And I started pulling away and he's like, "Where are you going? What are you doing?" And I didn't answer him. I was just like slowly moving forward. And then what happened was he opened the door and he jumped when I saw he was opening the door, I purposefully went slow, hoping he would get out. And the car was going slow and he jumped out. And when he jumped, the car door went and then as I went faster, it closed itself. Not great, but enough to and I went home at that point. And so the next day, I go to school and I'm sitting, I don't know, in history class, whatever class I'm in, and they say, you have to go down to the principal's office or the main area where like the secretaries and all like the people, all of the administration or whatever it is. So they're like, and everybody's like, "Ooh, you're in trouble, you're in trouble." And I'm like, I don't even know what I did, but okay. Just one more person to tell me what I did wrong, what, what I should be doing, what I didn't do. And there were flowers, like a big thing, a vase of flowers. And they're like, "Look, it's for you. Is this from your boyfriend?" The little old ladies behind the desk. They don't know what's going on. And so it had a card. And in the card, it said something like, "Please forgive me. Here's a quarter. Give me a call." Because I never, like, again, you had to like scrounge up money to make a call. So you know, again, I was still in that mindset to, I guess, comply or I don't even know what to call it. Um, so I called him and he was like, "I'm so sorry for what I did. It was really stupid, blah, 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 blah." And again, he was like, "Will you come back?" And I was like, "No, I'm not coming back." And that was it. I mean, after that, he kind of I saw him here and there because we sort of ran in the same circles for the rest of high school. But I didn't see him as much as I thought I would. I thought it was going to be a lot more. And so that ends the segment of my first my first relationship in high school. And then I'll get for the next episode, I'm going to get a little bit more into the fun part of high school of after I got rid of him and did the whole rocker thing, because that was so big. The 80s hair band, the rocker thing, and just had a lot of fun after that. Okay, well, thanks for listening. And I hope you join us for another episode. And I wish you happy listening.